Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, what's up? My name is Caitlin, and today is time for my 2020 favorites. So this year has been crazy for, well, everyone, but some good things did come out of 2020. I have a lot of favorites here in front of me to talk about, so we're going to dive into those. If you guys don't know how I do my yearly favorites, it's not necessarily products that like released in 2020, it's products that I tried in 2020. So stuff you saw me haul, or get in subscriptions, or test out on my channel. Anything from 2020 is in here. So I am gonna kind of go by category of like application. I'm gonna be honest, the description box probably not gonna look that way because I already did the description, but yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and dive in. I have one hair product to talk about, so I'm just gonna get that out of the way. Everything else is makeup. A lot of makeup this year. These are called Invisibobbles. I literally do not leave anywhere without these. There's always one on my wrist. It's usually one in my hair, and then I have one at work as well, just in case something happens. But I have very long hair, long, curly, thick, frizzy, messy, awful hair. And these things are a lifesaver. They don't pull my hair, they don't hurt. I can wear my hair up all day at work and come home and not have a headache. And these are the only hair ties I've ever tried that do that. So I highly, highly, highly recommend these. If you are a curly hair girl, they are wavy, I guess, whatever you want to call it. This is my like 3-day brushed out hair, looking pretty rough. But if you have thick hair that like frizzes or tangles up a lot, these are a lifesaver. So highly recommend those. Okay. This pile of stuff in front of me is a little daunting. Also, fair warning, I don't edit my videos, so if I mess up words, it's gonna be in here. And I'm pregnant, and pregnancy brain is very real. So I mess up my words a lot. But starting with primers, I have 2 primers to talk about. The first one is technically not a primer, it's actually like an oil, but I use it like a primer. This is the Farsali Liquid Glass. I love this stuff. First of all, it smells amazing. Like, it smells like tutti fruity, juicy fruit gum goodness. It's just so good. And I love it. It's super, super hydrating. It is a face oil, so it just really melts into the skin and gives you like a very oily look. So definitely wear it under makeup if you have oily skin. Maybe not, but I have very dry skin. But where am I talking? I don't even know. This is the Radiance one, and it does definitely give you a glow that I love. So I'm kind of just dropping things in a box down here. So if I go off camera, that's why. Next and final primer is this guy. This was a TJ Maxx or Marshall's, one or the other find. This is by Stila. This is the Sheer Illumination Liquid, nope, not liquid, Lingerie Souffle Skin Perfecting Primer. That's a lot of words, but this is what it looks like. I've used quite a bit. It literally does not like fall out of here. It's like a thick cream. It doesn't really have a scent to it, but it feels very, very cooling on the skin. It doesn't claim to do that, but it just really does. It feels very cold on the skin, very nice. It does illuminate, not near as much as the Farsali one does, but it does illuminate. But I like this because I feel like it just kind of blurs, blurs everything. Sorry, I had to go cough and cry for a minute, so hopefully that's the end of that, because this is like video 1 of like 6 or 7 I'm filming today, and I don't have time for that. So back to this. It's great. I like it a lot. It's at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, so if you find it, definitely give it a shot. I think it was like 12 bucks, and originally it's like 48. You can still get it at Ulta, but like why pay full price for it if you don't have to? Okay. After primer is foundation. I just burped, excuse me. So the one I'm wearing today is also actually a Marshalls / TJ Maxx find. I never remember which one, but this is the Too Faced Do You Full Coverage Fresh Glow Foundation. I would not call this full coverage, first of all. Like, I think it's like a good medium coverage. You could definitely probably build it up, but I like this for like my everyday foundation. Like, it's a good coverage without being like too over the top, I think, in my opinion. So this is the shade Snow. I will tell you though, this is highly scented, so if you don't like scents in your products, you're not gonna like this. It smells like watermelon Jolly Ranchers. like straight up watermelon Jolly Ranchers. It says it's long wearing, yes. Dewy finish, yes. Hydrating, yes. Brightening, yes. So all of the claims it has on the back I would agree with, except the full coverage. I would call this medium to buildable coverage, but I really like it. I think it's a really nice shade match. I think it looks really nice on the skin. It doesn't like set on top, and it also doesn't like go into like the fine lines. So I think it's a really nice foundation. I like it. A full coverage foundation is this. This is the Becca Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. If I know I need like hardcore, not protection, coverage is the word, and I want it to last all day, no budges, no it fits, nothing like that, mask proof, this is what I reach for. I don't use this a lot, I'll be honest, because I'm not usually one that like wants full coverage all day. My hair, I usually reach for the Tutti Frutti one, but I do love this. I think it's great. It'd be great if you ever get to go anywhere again in life, but I do like this. I will say it is slightly yellow for me. This is the shade Linen, so I do think there's one shade lighter than this that I would probably switch to if I got this again, just because it's just slightly too yellow, but I like it a lot. And then the last foundation, the last foundation I have to talk about is this one that's got a sticker still on it. This is by Believe Beauty. This is a Dollar General brand. You can only get it at Dollar General. It's $5 and it's amazing. This is the shade Shell, I think. Yeah, Shell. Full coverage, lasts all day, great. I think it's slightly scented if I remember. Not good scented. Yeah, kind of smells slightly like paint, but not too much. Kind of like the Wet n Wild, what was that called? The Wet n Wild one with the little spatula. It's been a while since I've used Wet n Wild, so I don't remember, but like the coverage is there. It's really nice. You can't see my veins anymore, but I really, really like this foundation. I think it looks really nice. It's $5. You cannot beat that. So yeah, definitely check that one out too, because I like it. I think this is a good in-between. Like, it's not as light as the Too Faced one, but it's not as full coverage as the Becca one. So that is like my, I don't know, my filming foundation. That's probably what I'd wear, even though I'm not wearing it today. I don't know. I just like it. But next I have concealer. I have two to talk about, and I'm going to talk about them together because I usually wear them together, and I am wearing them together today. This is the Morphe shade 1.25 concealer, and this is the Jeffree Star C2 concealer. I was gonna say JSC, but whatever. I like to wear these together because I like the coverage of the Morphe one. I think it's really nice. It's affordable. It's got a nice size wand. It's not like the huge tart shape tape wand, but it's not small either. And I like this one because I love the color. It's super brightening, and it just looks really nice, and I think it really brightens up my under eyes, so I like to wear them together. I will wear the Morphe one on its own. I do not wear this one on its own, just because I feel like it's a little bit too dry on its own. If you had oily skin, I'm sure it'd be fine, but I do have very dry under eyes, especially being pregnant. It's just made my dry skin so much worse. So these two together is a great combo. Powders. I also have two powders to talk about. I feel like everything's in twos today pretty much, but I have two. I also wear these together. This is just a little mini guy, but I do intend to purchase the full size once this is empty. This is the KVD Vegan Beauty Lock-It Translucent Setting Powder. Love this stuff. I use it under my eyes and on my nose. I do wear glasses and then obviously a mask to work, so, and most of the time of my life. So I like to use a heavier setting powder in that area just so like my glasses don't rub it off and that kind of thing. I've used a good portion of this, but I'm trying to be slightly spraying with it just because I don't want to like use it all up, but I need to repurchase the full size anyway. But I love this stuff. I feel like it just like smooths everything out. I can like touch my under eye and stuff and not worry about like my makeup coming off. My nose I feel like looks a lot more blurred. I do get fairly large pores on my nose. Gross, but I do have large pores on my nose, and I feel like this kind of helps cover that. Like you can't really see them too badly. So love this stuff. And then in conjunction with that, to set the rest of my face, I've been using this. This is by Ciate London. This is the, what is it called? Watermelon Burst Setting Powder. It's just a white translucent powder. Again, smells like watermelon Jolly Ranchers. But I like this to set my whole face because I do have dry skin again. So I don't want something super heavy, but I do want something there just because if my mask is touching it or something like that of that nature, I want it to be set. So I like this. If you're looking for like a full coverage, makeup's not gonna budge setting powder, that's not what that's used for, at least in my opinion. I use it for a light setting, so I like that. I don't have any contour to talk about this year. Sad. Nothing like blew my mind this year for contour. My train of thought, oh, bronzer. I have two bronzers again to talk about. I am using both of these. Today I kind of just dipped my brush back and forth between the two because I didn't know which one I wanted to use, but the first one is by Believe Beauty, which again is that Dollar General brand that is like $5 and under. I think this is $4.50, but it might be a full $5, but it looks like this. Super nice. This one's a little more warm than the Milani one is, but they're both super, super nice. I cannot get over the price point on this brand because a lot of their stuff is really nice. I don't think there was any products by them that I was like totally turned off by. I don't think I liked their brow pencil at all. And their setting spray wasn't my favorite, but I don't know. Go watch the video where I tested all this makeup by Believe Beauty. But all their stuff was pretty nice, so I really like both of these. I have talked about this Milani bronzer so many times. First of all, it smells like coconut. Second of all, it's just so good. It's called Silky Matte, and that's exactly what it is. Like, it just looks like silk. It blends so easily. It is twice the price as this one, though. It is $10. But both of these are so good. So I'll leave it up to you what you guys would rather purchase there. Blush. I have two blushes. One's a palette, one's a single blush. So we'll talk about this guy first. This is by Hourglass. This is the Ambient Lighting Blush in Dim Infusion. I don't wear this all over. It is very like brightening, kind of light. So I like to use this. Yeah, see, like you can barely see it, but it is like, it gives that glow. So I like to use this like right here. You can see that little slight glow that mirrors into my highlight. That is this. I use it just on the very tops of the apples of my cheeks, and I think it just gives like a nice healthy glow right there without being an intense highlighter. My lipstick is driving me crazy. It's not my lipstick, it's my chapstick underneath, but love this for that. I don't know. I did get it in a boxy or an Ipsy. I don't know that it's worth the full amount of money just for that one little piece, but if you're gonna wear it all over your face, then I definitely think it is worth it. But they are quite expensive for just using it for that little dollop, I guess. This is my favorite blush. Lunar Beauty in my eyes just does no wrong. I still haven't picked up their like latest collection. Really need to. That's on my like to buy soon list. My hair is driving me crazy, you guys. I'm getting it done soon. But this is by Lunar Beauty. It's the Moon Prism Blush Palette, and it looks like this. So pretty. It looks like I've barely touched this, but I use this like all the time. I guess you can see once you get close, but usually what I do is I just take a brush and I just like dot in these four and just kind of like mix them all around and just throw it on my cheeks. I don't really use these two at all. They're a little dark. I think I'm gonna try this one as a bronzer, but I just haven't been like brave enough to do it yet because usually when I do my makeup it's because I'm going somewhere or work or something and I don't want to like put something on and hate it. So I will try that someday, but haven't yet. But these four, individually they're beautiful. Mix them all four, mix 2, 3, whatever you want to do. It just looks so nice. Like they are matte except for the Soleil one here is a shimmer, but it's not like an intense shimmer. It's more of like a glowy one. So I like matte blushes. I prefer them with like the little touch of glow here. So I don't know what I'm saying, but I just think they're so nice. They're so pretty. They last all day. They blend easily. I feel like I can just put so much of it on and it still looks nice without like looking like a clown. So plus this packaging is gorgeous. I love this packaging. So there's that. Highlights. I have 4 highlighters to talk about. I'm gonna get these 2 out of the way because they're kind of not available, but like also are. These 2 shades in particular that I'm gonna show you are not available anymore. But there's like a fuzzy or something in my hair. But if you have like a deeper skin tone or a medium skin tone, the Flare palette is available, as well as I think like 3 of these shades on this on Morphe's website. So I will link that for you down below. But these are so good, you guys. These are some of the best highlights I've tried. This is the Flash palette by Jaclyn Hill. I typically use these 2 shades. I will use this as a blush topper, like the Hourglass one. This one I just don't really use. I don't know why, but it's still nice and I can still use it. I just never do for some reason. I don't know why. I just mix those other 2, but I am wearing them here today and on my cheeks and down the center of my nose with this guy on the very tip of my nose and the very high point of my cheeks. This is the Extra, is the shade name, loose highlighter. And this is intense, you guys. Like, you have to be sparing with this. Because, like, I mean, that's intense. Like, look at the difference between those 2. So, I love this highlight, but you can definitely go overboard with that. And I've done it several times. So, I'm not going to talk about those too much. I do love them. If you're curious about more in depth, then you can watch the video I did on these. But I do highly recommend them if you have your shade available. So check them out. Other 2 palettes, well, palette and single that I have. This one's by Ofra. This is the Madison Miller collab in the shade Moondance. I am wearing this on my inner corner as well as my brow bone today. I love this highlight because it's like the perfect icy white shade with like just that slight champagne-y tone to it. Everything just kind of looks the same color right now because it's nighttime and my lights are bright, but I freaking love this. Ofra highlights are so good, like all of them. They last all day, they look nice, they don't like look chunky or anything like some highlights tend to do. Love this. So, and that one is available as well as this guy. This is by Rach Loves and Pixie. This is an older release, but I just recently discovered it. I love the shade Clutch Lace. Tea I can sometimes use, but not often. But Zipper is like my fave. It's so pretty. It's like this iridescent-y purple color, but I think it just looks so nice. I love to do monochromatic purple looks, and I wear that one quite a bit when I do that like monochromatic purple look. I will wear that on the face and it just looks really nice. Pixie highlights are quite possibly my favorite drugstore highlight that I've tried. I think they just look amazing and they blend really easily. They are pricey for being drugstore. I think this palette was $24, but I do like it, so I recommend. Okay, brows. I only have 1 brow product to talk about. This is by Hourglass. This is the Arch Brow Micro Sculpting Pencil in the shade Dark Brunette. This one took some time for me to love. I am wearing it today. I didn't like it at first because I was used to my like super thick Sharpie brows, which right now they are pretty thick because I haven't done them in a while, so I really need to, but I think they look nice-ish. I feel like this is a lot more natural than like my ColourPop one that I usually use, which I love still, but it just looks more like natural brow hairs, and I feel like it fills them in really nice. It just takes me a little bit more time than my ColourPop one does. The shirt's driving me crazy, but I love this. Like I said, at first I didn't like it. I needed to get used to the idea of it before I was like, yes, okay, I'm sold. But I think it just makes my brows look a lot more natural, and I like it. So there's that. Eyeliner. Oh gosh. This is my favorite eyeliner of all time. This is by Il Makiage. It's the ink liner in black. I'm wearing it today. And when I tell you this is the easiest liner I've ever used, I am not exaggerating. Like, I love the KVD one. There was a different brand that had one that I liked, whose name escapes me right now. Illamasqua. I liked the Illamasqua one. But this just like puts them to shame, you guys. Like, it glides on so easily. I can make the pointiest wing that I've ever done in my entire life. It goes over glitter, it goes over shimmer, over matte. It does not skip. It's just boop and done. And I suck at liquid eyeliner. So, I mean, this is not like the best liquid eyeliner in the world. My application, not the liner. But for me, it's great. And it's because of this. Like, I can't do this with any other product that I use. So, if you're gonna pick up one thing from this video, probably this. I freaking love it. Like, if you suck at liquid eyeliner, try it and see how it goes for you. Next is mascara, and I have one. This is the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions. Do not sneeze. I'm gonna be straight up with you when I say that right now I am wearing this and I know it does not look as good as it could. That is because I've had this for the majority of 2020. I'm pretty sure I got this in like February of 2020, and I've had the same tube this entire time. It really needs replaced. So it does look a little clumpy, but you still see that length that it gives. And I think it still looks pretty nice on the bottom lashes too. It just definitely looks a little more clumpy than it normally does. So that's my fault for not being more prepared and getting any one of these before this video, but I love this thing. It curls super nicely. It gives you intense length, and I think it just looks really nice on the lashes. So I do recommend this, but I don't recommend using the same one for a year. Just a thought. Okay, we're getting close to the end. Lip products, I have two to talk about. I'm wearing both of them. So the glow that you see is actually from a lip balm, which is this thing. This is the Jello Gloss Balm by Galactic. This is the coolest lip balm ever. Like, it literally feels like Jello. It smells like grape. I don't know the shade name. I don't think there is a shade name, but I'm pretty sure there's other shades of this now. But it feels like Jello. It's super hydrating. It feels very nourishing, just really nice on the lips. I wear this on its own a lot. I haven't really been like super into lip products this year because masks, but I do want to keep my lips hydrated. So I'll wear this a lot because it still looks nice on its own, even without a color. So I like that a lot. Then I have this guy. This is by Belle and Argent. I'm not sure how to say it. It's the Atour Matte Lip Color in the shade 3 Plays. First of all, packaging, super cute. Reminds me of like a 90s boombox for some reason. I don't know why, but that's always the vibes I get. This shade is gorgeous. It doesn't normally look this glowy. That is the lip balm. It normally looks more matte like this, but I freaking love this. If you guys haven't seen my ranking my lip products video, spoiler alert, this wins. This is my favorite lipstick of all time. So good. And the shade's really pretty. There are definitely other shades, but this is the only one I own. I had a red one. I think I decluttered it for some reason, but I love that. Okay, moving on to setting sprays. Yeah, we're getting really close to the end here. I'm saving face or eye palettes for the end just because I have the most of those. But I have 3 setting sprays. I'm a little obnoxious when it comes to setting spray. Like, I literally use 2 to 3 different setting sprays every time I do my makeup. Yeah. So what the first one is this. This is by Glow Recipe. I've used quite a bit of this. This is the Watermelon Glow Ultrafine Mist. This is not designed to be a setting spray. I'll be honest, I've heard people say that this kind of like melts their makeup or makes it move. I have never personally experienced that, but I have heard people say it does that, so be careful with that. But what I like to do with this is after I've put on my powder products, so my setting powder, my brows, I usually do my contour, my bronzer, my blush. After I get that on there, I like to spray my face down with this, and I really go in this. It's like it's a moment, but I really like to spray this all over there. It just kind of melts everything back into the skin and brings back that like aliveness. This is a glow mist, and it definitely gives you that effect. So that's what I use that for. Then after I do my eyes, so I do all my eyeshadow, my liner, before I do mascara, I will set my face again. So we'll talk about this one. This is the Tarte Stay Spray setting spray. I will use that for this, or this for that, or I will use this just to set my face normally too. But this is a good one. This, like, literally, your makeup does not budge. It is scented as well. It's like cucumbery, so if that bothers you, this does that, but it's just such a good one. Like, my makeup doesn't budge. And then after I do that, I put on my mascara and my lip product. I'll wait for my lip product to dry and to make my face again. I don't always use a different one for that. Sometimes I'll just reuse the same one that I used before, but sometimes if I'm just like in the mood, I'll use 3 different ones. But this has quickly become my favorite setting spray. This is the KVD Lock-It Makeup Setting Mist. It's great, you guys. Like, let me just show you the mist on this thing. I freaking love it. Like, do you see the mist on there? It's so fine. It just like lasts all day, like literally all day, which her Lock-It stuff, I don't want to say her because it's not her anymore. It's the brand, but KVD's Lock-It stuff, like their foundation, their powder, all that is just great. Like, it does not budge. I really feel like KVD has been slept on, and I know it's like drama from the previous owner, but now that she's gone, I really feel like 2021 needs to be the year that we give them all a chance. The year that we all give them a chance is what I'm trying to say, because some of their products are really bomb, and this is one of them. This is my favorite setting spray. I love, love, love this. I also really, really love this one, but this is not, they don't do the same thing. And then this one's obviously great too, but if I had to choose between these two, it'd be the KVD. We're almost done. Palettes left. I am going to start with like 2 that I'm calling honorable mentions because they are from 2020. They are no longer available. So if you want them, you can get them off like eBay, Mercari, what's that other one? Poshmark, all those, but it's up to you if it's worth it to you or not. The first one is the e.l.f. J Kissa palette. This is the palette of 2020 that like blew my mind because it's an e.l.f. eyeshadow palette. It was $10 to $15, I don't remember how much, definitely less than 20. First of all, so cute. Like, you get a sticker sheet. This palette comes just white and you get sticker sheets that you get to decorate with. So first of all, adorable. Second of all, it's a rainbow palette. So I love that. I love, love colorful eyeshadow, which you can't tell based on what I'm wearing today, but I do really love colorful eyeshadow. This is beautiful. One of the best rainbow palettes I've ever used. This metallic yellow, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say right there, but just like look at that metallic yellow from the drugstore. It's so good. The greens are really pretty. Oh, the purples are what blew my mind, because purples always seem to be the colors that like brands struggle with. Are you kidding me? They're so good. Like, I love this palette. The fact that it is limited edition makes me want to cry. I've been thinking, while we're at it, I've been thinking about doing like a palettes or makeup products I wish weren't limited edition kind of video. So if you want to see that, let me know. But if it's worth it to you guys for this palette and you want to try to like do Poshmark or whatever, I definitely recommend it. This palette is so good. I freaking love it. It literally was my favorite palette of 2020, but I didn't want to give it like its own huge deal, even though I kind of did, because it's not available anymore. The other one that I adored this year was the Alien palette by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. It is gorgeous. This is my favorite. I think it's my favorite Jeffree Star palette. I do have another one to talk about that they kind of interchange first and second place for me, but I love this palette. It's so good, and I don't know why it got discontinued, because I think it's really, really pretty. It's got beautiful greens, it's got really pretty neutral colors, it's got some black and gray and smoky moments, and the packaging is cute, like it's an alien. But I love this palette so much. Like, it's so good. Look at that. Jeffree Star formula is amazing, first of all. I've never tried it. It's just a good formula. It really is. So I really like that, obviously. And then this color story and this packaging and everything just really sold me. And it's really sad that this is limited edition, but there's that. Riviera by Anastasia. I tried a lot of Anastasia palettes this year, and I really, really like Anastasia palettes, especially the ones like this. The only ones I've tried are the ones like this. I haven't tried the big Nervina ones or anything, but I didn't like the Carly Bible one, you guys know that, but every other one of these I've tried, I've loved, but I didn't want to talk about all of them today. So I picked Riviera because it was my favorite that I tried this year. So here is what it looks like. Super fun, colorful story. Great metallics. Love that shade. That shade is called Seaside, and it is my favorite one in the palette because it's so unique. It really depends on what you pair it with, how it looks, because it's like a blue toned purple silver color. So depending on what you put around it, it really pulls that color. So love that. Anastasia formula is great. Check this palette out. We're getting close to the end and I'm getting out of breath. The other Jeffree Star palette I have is Blue Blood. This palette, when I first got it, I was like, am I really gonna get use out of an all blue palette? Yes, yes I am. I wear this a lot. I love it. It's so pretty. Great for the winter season, but also great for like the spring, summer vibes too. Like I love these blues. My favorite shade in the palette is Mint Tea. It's so gorgeous. I love that. And I also love Cullinan. Is that how you say it? The icy white shade in here. It's great for like an all over highlight or even just like an inner corner highlight moment. Love that. So I'm not gonna beat a dead horse. JSC formula is great. Love that one. I like all of his palettes. The Orgy palette was a little disappointing for me, I'm not gonna lie. Goodness. But I think out of all of them, that's the only one that I've been like, about. I still like it. It just wasn't like as great as this other ones, I guess. But So Jaded by ColourPop and Kathleen Lights. This one is great. I love ColourPop. This is my favorite ColourPop palette. It is huge. It has beautiful, beautiful, beautiful jewel tone colors. We're gonna swatch Amethyst because it's my birthstone. Whew, so pretty. Look at that intenseness, which if you've ever tried a ColourPop shadow, you already know they're super intense, super pretty, super beautiful. And this is on sale right now, so definitely check it out. Love this. Oh, this guy. This is the Beauty Bay and Nikki Tutorials palette, and I love this. It's so pretty. I will say, like you're gonna see here in just a moment, that white shade, it's kind of like crumbly. A few of them are like that, like the metallic-y shades, because they're very, very wet feeling. They feel like a Super Shock shadow, so they're really pretty, but you do have to use a finger with them, not a brush, or otherwise they kind of crumble everywhere. But they're still gorgeous, gorgeous shades. That red, I still have not been brave enough to use, but trust me when I say I will eventually. But love this, super nice formula. I don't think it was super expensive. Wasn't exactly cheap, but it's a really good one. And I'm kind of rushing through things now because I'm ready to be done with this video. So there's that. Two more palettes. This one, this is by Profusion. This is the Mirage palette. Profusion is way too slept on, you guys. Like, their eyeshadow formula is so good. This palette costs $13. It's huge. There's so many shades, so many pretty shades in here. There's glitters, there's metallics, there's mattes, there's shimmers, there's literally everything in here. And they are really, really good quality, especially for being as cheap as they are. I am running out of fingers to swatch with, but look at that pink. Like, that's Profusion. That's $13 palette. There are eyeshadows that aren't that intense that cost more than $13 per shadow. So Profusion is slept on, and I definitely want to check out more of their stuff, but their eyeshadow formula is great and I highly recommend it. I'm pretty sure this particular palette is sold out right now, but they do have several other color stories in the same packaging that I would recommend. And yeah, let me know, like, have you guys tried any Profusion stuff that you're just like, yes, about? Let me know, because I will definitely try it out. Okay, last palette, and what I am deeming my favorite palette of 2020. aside from the the one because that one was limited edition, is the Morphe JH2 palette. You guys already know, if you've seen my channel at all, that the original JSC palette, not JSC, JH palette is my most used palette of all time. I love it so much. And this one is just as good, you guys. Like, the color story is amazing. This is what I'm wearing today. I have Perfectionist and Comfort Zone in the crease. I am wearing, what am I wearing? This one, Homebody in the outer corner with a little bit of Living My Best right here. This red shade is right there tucked in. And then I have Rider Diamonds all over the lid. So this is a good palette. I love this palette so much. One of the best palettes I've ever tried. So that is this entire video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to like this video before you go, so I know if you guys want to see more favorite videos. And also go ahead and subscribe while you're here. Why not? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.